Okay. All right. I'd like to call to order the October 2024 Southbury Zoning Commission meeting. Let's all stand for the pledge.
Are we supposed to turn these on?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, I guess everybody met Dominic, and welcome.
Thank you.
Good luck, and
I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
okay, great. Seating of alternates, who's missing? Wendy. And Dave.
Wendy's not here.
So I'll seat Jay and Marty
Okay.
in lieu of those two.
Dave will probably be
Let me see this. I need this. Sorry.
here. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, old business. There's discussion on the zoning regulation update, the RFP. Do we want to talk about that now?
The end.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
get
I
it
think
over
that makes
with.
the most sense.
Has everybody seen that RFP that was put together?
Yes.
Any questions? You have any comments on it, or? What?
Not really.
No?
Essentially, if no comments, we're going to be moving to get this posted so we can start receiving bids, and we had agreed to set it at about a month at the last meeting. So with some, administrative items that have come in place of, moving this forward, I've just gotten a little backlog, but we'll be looking to get this posted here shortly. As soon as it's posted and we're getting ready to look for bids, I'll let this commission know when it's posted, and we can keep an eye on when the bids come in, and then we'll have a bid opening session, and we'll look at everything and comprehensively take the project on from there.
After you open the bids, you're going to have a sit-down and discuss the actual proposals that came in?
Yeah, we have a rating system that we agreed on. We're doing the point system, and we'll be taking a look comprehensively at everything based on the point system, give weights and measures to all aspects of the specific proposal, and then move forward with, the intended contractor at that time.
Okay, all right. Everybody okay with that? All right, go with it.
Thank you.
All right, new business. Application 24282Z, text amendment and modification of detailed plans, 900 Main Street South, Southbury. REV Limited Partnership, Aurora Street, Waterbury. Where is that one?
What was the number of it?
282. 282.
So Gary, remember
282.
both of the first two items under new business should come off the agenda.
What's that?
Both the first two items on the agenda under new business, both 282 and 283, both of those should be removed as administrative
Okay.
applications moving forward. They don't require zoning review, given that they're pre-existing signage that's just getting modified to a new tenant.
Do you, any issues with them, with the first
Nope.
one?
No, so 775, we're working with the property ownership, who's actually representing here today for the solar application later on. Working with them just to make sure that we have the necessary statement of uses and the conversion of that use is consistent, and then moving forward with the standard signage procedure to make sure that they meet the specific PDD signage regulations before applying to this office and getting approval.
All right. So you're working with them, and we'll just, you'll report back to us next month?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, application 283Z, I didn't read that one. That's another one that Jordan's working with the owner, and report back to us next month. There's simple administrative approval, so. All right, application 24288Z, PDD number 17, text amendment and modification of detailed plans, 466 Heritage Road, Unit B1, Southbury. Again, this is a text amendment to a PDD, so we are accepting it tonight. Is anybody here representing that? All right, so we're going to accept it, set a public hearing for next month, and we'll send it off to planning as a referral.
Yep. With this one, as well as the next item up, just a clerical question. One is for an expansion of a particular use already under an approval as a takeout restaurant, and they want to expand to seating, as well as 775 under 292, that is a interior fit out of a new business. I'm wondering if those would require text amendments, given one is just an expansion of an individual special exception approval, and the other is simply a change of use for a tenant. I can't surmise what would be modified from a text perspective.
If there's really nothing major text-wise changing, why even bother?
Right, so first one is an expansion, so we're going from takeout to seating. So they'll have to come in under some auspice or some application format. It's just, a little vague as to which one we bring them in under, whether it's modification of detailed plans or what have you. And then the next one is just a change of use, going from retail to physical therapy. Another one that a text amendment, in my opinion, wouldn't make a whole lot of sense, given it's a specific special exception that's being authorized. However, they are PDDs, so they are solely under your jurisdiction. So there's a bit of an administrative question as these go related to the text portion. And whether or not we just drop those off and move forward with detailed plan applications and kind of treat them as special exceptions or modifications or what have you.
Are you talking specifically about the one that's going into physical therapy as use is the issue?
Yeah, that's application 24292Z
Right.
for PDD 8. So that was previously a pet store under retail.
Correct.
And their application for an interior fit out is a clear shift in the approved use.
Right.
So therefore, they have to come to this commission for approval. However, what auspice do they come under as far as application
That's the
forms?
question?
That's the question.
Okay. And you want us to have the answer?
If you would like,
Yeah,
just working on procedural
right.
items at
Right.
this time.
I don't think change of use is a major issue. They're not doing anything different in terms of the physicalness of the building. It's just who's in there doing what.
Correct. As it relates to parking, as it relates to the
Correct.
site, as it relates to
Right.
an expansion potentially, and something that this commission would want to review and give an approval for. If after this comes out and you guys have given approval and it changes from a therapy office to another medical use therapy, something under that kind of umbrella, then that would be an administrative approval. They would already have, the
Correct.
structure set up through this commission. And that's where kind of that change, it requires your review, but under what application do we bring them forward to you? Typically, modification of detailed plans that tends to coincide with the text amendment, but in this case, I don't feel it would make sense for it to coincide with the text amendment.
Because it's really just about use.
Correct.
I don't have a problem. Anybody? Sounds good.
Nobody? All right.
So we'll just drop the text amendment portion from both of
Yeah.
those applications.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're done with that?
Yep, the owners, or the representatives for both those applications are not present today. So if you guys have any questions, I can relay them to the applicants.
Okay,
Otherwise, we'll look to see them at the public hearing next month.
yep. All right. All right, now move on to public hearings. Application 24210Z, PDD number 8, text amendment and modifications, detailed plans, 775 Main Street South, Southbury. Would you like to make a presentation? Okay. Someone can.
Hi, I'm Kristen. I'm representing Green Skies.
You want to just hit the button right on the mic there, and you'll go green. Perfect, thank you.
Hi, my name's Kristen. I'm representing Green Skies. We had submitted these, Jordan, to you for review. Basically, at our last meeting, the big discussion was around whether the solar panels could be viewed from I-84 or from the road. We did put together a package here showing, I don't know if you guys want me to pass these. I have 2 more copies.
If you to me, I'll make sure they go.
Are those the same ones we saw online? Okay.
Okay, so everybody's had a chance to
Yeah,
view
fine.
them.
I saw those online.
So I think the main thing here is on this first page here, we have an example of a previous job that we had done on a rooftop. It includes the same racking that we intend to use on this project. You can see here there's a reference also to the RTU. It sits about 60 inches high, just as a reference, typical RTU. The point of that is basically showing the height difference. The panels on page 2 do not go larger than 10 inches off the ground. Basically showing that if the RTUs on your rooftop or on the current rooftop cannot be seen now, the panels should not be seen either. Just going forward, there's multiple renderings of these solar panels. When you go towards the back, you'll see we took Google Earth images from I-84, seeing that you can clearly only see the parapets. They're about 12 feet high. So I think that's mainly our presentation for today, unless there's other questions.
I've seen it. I'm good. Do you have any questions?
No,
No, I'm good.
no, it looks,
How many panels we talking about?
Sorry about that.
What percentage of the whole project is gonna be covered with panels?
715 modules.
715.
Yes, that's correct.
50% of the, 50, half of the.
Yeah, you can see the renderings. Want to swap it? Or- Okay.
We need someone to come up for record and tell us what you just said.
I said how many modules, I guess the percentage was.
Yeah, Ken Wilhelm, construction manager for Green Skies. It looks like probably about 70% of the shopping center or supermarket roof.
That's it, just the supermarket.
Yeah, correct. Yep. No other roofs in the plaza. Yep.
That's my thing.
Yeah?
I
Anybody?
don't have any issues with this.
I don't either. I looked at the pictures. I thought they were fine.
Who's gonna benefit from the panels? The shopping or the food store, or who's gonna benefit from, who's gonna get the use of the power?
you got a name?
Okay.
Jay Orleman with Regency Centers. I don't know if a deal has been struck with any of the tenants yet. As far as I know, it's just going back into the grid from common area meters.
Okay.
So it's basically,
They're
the
just
owner of the
collect-
shopping center wants to recoup some
Wants to
money.
recoup some money.
Which is, they can do what they want.
Absolutely. It doesn't, it's not intrusive.
I had those questions too, but I'm like, we don't really have, that's not our.
Exactly.
No, it's not.
Okay, we're good. This
No,
was-
I was just curious who.
Yeah, okay. Any other questions?
Jay, I was just.
Jordan, you have any comments from staff?
Yeah, so for the most part, this was a pretty straightforward application. We've handled these before in town for commercial units thus far. Visibility from the road was the largest question as it was related to this. It's my understanding that utilities will remain relatively tame on site as far as the installation. And there really weren't any other questions that really loomed based on the site plan review.
All right. Any other commentary? Okay, since this is a public hearing, I have to ask the public if anybody wants to speak in favor of it. State your name and address if you want to make a statement. Okay, nobody else? Okay, I have to go on the negative side. Anybody wants to speak against it? I don't hear and see anybody. All right. Case closed.
Case closed.
Do I hear a motion to close the public hearing?
I move that we close the public hearing.
Second? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. It's closed. We do have a resolution before us.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to read it
Want me
into
to
the
read it?
record,
Sure.
please?
Southbury Zoning Commission, Town of Southbury, Connecticut, Resolution Modification of Detailed Plans, Amendment Number 20, Southbury Green, PDD Number 8, October 9, 2024. Whereas, on September 11, 2024, the Zoning Commission received an application for modification to the detailed plans for PDD Number 8, otherwise known as Southbury Green. Application dated received by the Land Use Department on 9/10/24. Whereas the proposed modification of detailed plans would allow for the installation of 715 photovoltaic, I hope I said that correctly, modules on the existing roof of Building A. This modification also includes all necessary utilities and conduits to facilitate the prophylactic system's function. Whereas the Zoning Commission received this application at their regularly scheduled meeting on 9/11/24. Following a review by the Commission and town staff, this application was determined to be minor and does not substantially alter the approved detailed plans and is in alignment with the purpose and intent of PDD Number 8, as the panels will not be visible from either Main Street South or I-84. Now therefore be it resolved that the application for modification to the detailed plans for PDD Number 8 is approved, subject to the following administrative requirements. Number 1, the submission of applications to the Building and Zoning Departments. Number 2, 4 comprehensive sets of detailed plans to be submitted for the signature of the chairman. Adopted at a regular meeting by the Zoning Commission held on October 9, 2024, effective date of approval, November 1, 2024. Gary Giroux, Chairman.
Yes. Oh. Anybody okay with this resolution as read? All right. Do I hear a motion to approve the resolution as,
I second it.
all those in favor?
Aye.
You're done. All right. Second public hearing. Application 24243Z, PDD number 18, text amendment and modification detailed plans, 100 Main Street North, South Haven Associates LLC.
Hi there. Thank you
Hi.
guys for your time. Ansis Bergs, Construction and Property Manager for South Haven Associates in the Southbury Plaza. We're here to discuss the necessary addition for us of 2 sign panels on our existing pylon sign and to change the elevation of the approved sign panels for 2 of the locations on the west side of our building that has yet to be occupied. And I believe there's some, that wasn't mentioned here on the agenda, but that change from 10,000 square feet to 8,000 square feet for the allowable use of space on the pylon sign.
For the signage, are you referencing the change based on signage? I'm not quite
So
clear.
our criteria has always been that our tenants need to be 10,000 square feet or greater to reside on the pylon sign.
Right.
We have had little or no success at all in gaining a tenant that is bigger than 10,000 square feet. But we have with 8,000, and currently in our plaza, the other tenants that are on that sign are all over 10. And we don't have any in that warm area other than this unoccupied space that falls in that 8,000 square feet. So this really would be for the people then on that west side that's not occupied currently. So that, the sign, as you see it, holds 8 panels. We have, from the beginning, shrunk the size of the letter and the box size enough to accommodate 2 more panels. As you see that's on there, there's vacant space on the bottom.
Right.
We would not change the structure in any size, in any way. We're just simply adding
The 2,
the 2 panels
gotcha. Okay.
for there. And then for the signage, we're looking to take from that sign ban that's approved on the left and right flanking the center, and raising them up onto the glass to be more in line with the center tenant, so that they basically would have equal signage. So that's what we're here to discuss today.
Okay.
Are any questions of the applicant?
Am I correct that these are potential tenants not yet identified?
Correct.
Okay.
Right, yeah, we're in discussions, and a
But
lot
it's
of this
just not settled
criteria
yet.
has, for us to even move forward, you know, they need to be on a pylon sign, and they wanna
Which is
have
that big
and they
sign
wanna
out
have
front,
visible
am I
signage.
right?
Pardon?
You're talking about that big sign that's out front?
By the main, right, at
Right,
the exit,
gotcha.
correct. Yep,
Okay.
Yep,
Are they two, potentially two separate tenants?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Are the signs inconsistent with all the other signage
Yes,
in the property?
yes, even the
Oh.
signage that we're asking would stay in conformance in size.
Same location? or-
Illumination.
Well, no, you want to move
We're
them.
we're gonna move them up, but we're not changing, you know, because the center one has a higher sign,
Right.
and the tour ones are lower. They just wanna get them up onto the glass. They still won't be as high as the others, but they'll be more in line. And it's an easier discussion for us for signage to sell a
Put 'em up.
space if they can be seen as equally as the others, so.
Okay. Questions?
Everybody know what they're talking about here?
I
These
do.
signs?
Yep.
Yeah.
That puzzles us after all these, it's been years. And we have been tirelessly trying to fill the space, and we have 45,000 square feet that we have a chance to fill. We're finally getting some traction, and we finally feel like we're moving in
Yeah,
a
I'm
good direction.
starting to notice more brick and mortar popping up.
Pardon?
I'm starting to notice more. I'm retired now, so I drive around a lot.
Sure.
I'm just starting to notice a lot more brick and mortar places going up.
There are, but we're more of a national brand,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Even that, though, I mean,
Right.
like, what is it, Sono down in Norwalk and all of those.
Sure.
Bigger facilities than you have here, but I noticed that
Yeah.
their spaces fill up
It's,
fast.
it's coming around a little
Yeah.
bit, but we're still not in the driver's seat by any means. You know, we take a beating by these folks. It's unbelievable, but.
Well, just get rid of the computer. No internet.
All right, so everybody understands what's going on with
Yep.
regards to the main pylon sign on Route 6 and signs above the tenant spaces.
Right.
Jordan, you have a report? You just want to just briefly go through it. You don't have to read it word for word.
Yeah, so basic, Ansis kind of represented his application pretty clearly. The conversion of the text allows for anchor tenants to be considered 8,000 square feet. Previous, it was the 10,000 square feet. That'll allow for additional tenants to occupy the section, what is it? Section 1 of Building 3. All signage would be visible on the western facade of the building. When it comes to our signage regulations, the way that the approval for this PDD has gone through thus far is that the description of the signage on the, on section 1 of building 3, inclusive of this western facade, is that the maximum height is 3 feet and the width would be proportional to the facade and tenant sign font. So that is the approved signage as it was represented to this commission when the original regulations were drafted. So the modification in height to the allowable sign will make it more visible from Main Street. And as long as this commission understands that and is comfortable with it, then you guys should be able to move forward. However, if you feel more information is necessary as it relates to that visibility, I would advise requesting that information at this time. Otherwise, the application seems pretty straightforward.
Anybody have a problem? I'm fine.
Is it an electrified
You're
sign
thinking,
that we're talking about?
Pardon?
Is the signage
You're
electrified, or is it?
They'll be lit, yes. So, and the center sign that's on it is already above,
Just like
That's
the
what
ones
they're
that are
raising
on
up.
the other side,
Yeah,
right
but-
in the plaza.
more in
We'll
line,
be able to,
yes.
but it's,
Yeah, they're lit channeled letters.
So you're going to see it from Main Street.
But
But
you'll be
the-
able to see it coming off of,
The same sign in the center is already approved higher than what we're asking.
Yeah.
yep.
You know, we're not looking to go higher than what's already approved on the center. We're looking more to keep it in line to
But it'll
give-
be more, it will be visible from the street though. It's coming up,
Should be.
north,
As
south,
you
sure,
drive
whatever it's
by,
called.
yeah,
Yeah.
it should be visible, because you can see that upper window area from the road.
Right, the glass panels are lit, you can already see that there's,
Right.
you know, stores that potentially to be there.
I think
I
that's
don't
good.
have any problems with it.
No.
As long as it stays in conformance with your signage program anyway within the
Right.
plaza.
And we
And
don't
it'll
intend
be
to
in
change
keeping with the
size,
rest of the plaza.
any of it, we don't intend to change any of the approved size of the signs, correct?
All right,
Are you
Um,
saying, I'm sorry, but are you saying that potentially there could be 3 tenants?
That was, yes.
Okay, I
Yes,
just wanted to be sure
that's
I
always been
understood.
the intention. We're
Okay.
not looking to change that, we're just looking to occupy the
3
space.
tenants.
Yeah.
And only
Okay.
one tenant's signage is gonna be facing the street.
Pardon?
No, no. They
All
all
three
will.
do
They all
currently.
will.
And they'll
That's
all be
approved.
lit, and they'll all be
Correct.
facing the street.
They all are currently approved to that.
But
that
that's
effect.
down, west, I'm not so good on directions, but it's, as you drive into the plaza, it's that lower area
It's
that
the
we're talking about.
unfinished section
I
where
got
you see where it's
Right.
not paved, correct?
Okay,
Yep.
which is basically the lower area.
correct.
Pardon?
Yeah.
It's all, do you
It's-
still have
It's where the
unfinished
Kmart
space
Gardens
up
used
on
to
It's
top?
the bottom of the old Kmart.
The Kmart
Correct.
Garden.
It was the
Center.
old lower level of the Kmart.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Is all the upper finished off?
The uppers, yes, the all fully occupied. Yep.
Yeah, because
go
that's
there often.
Michael's.
Right. Yeah, we have, in that resides there now is Michael's, Ulta,
Yeah.
and Old Navy.
Right.
Okay.
So it's, there was 120,000 square foot space that we had to try to figure out how to repurpose, large area. So we're left with 45,000 at the, what was the lower level, which we made basically street level, thanks to your approvals.
And there's enough parking, obviously, down there that I
Yeah,
see.
nothing changes, none of
That's
that
good.
changes. We're
Yeah.
not looking to, we're really here, only thing that's affected is the location of the 2 signs
Perfect.
and the addition of the 2 to the pylon sign.
Okay. Questions,
questions?
anybody?
So when you say west side, you only mean that one building, you don't mean the one that's got Webster in it and that, because they have a west-facing side as well.
No, the west side of building 3, correct.
Of the old Kmart.
Yes, the old Kmart.
Okay,
Yeah, we always refer to it, I guess everybody knows Kmart, so the old Kmart,
right.
Oh, Jordan's.
yeah.
No,
Jordan,
no.
Jordan Marsh, Reed's,
No,
depends on
no,
what.
no,
Reed's,
it's Reed's.
yeah,
Yeah,
Reed's,
Reed's.
Reed's,
I
yeah.
thought it was,
Yeah.
Reed's, right, Reed's, you're right.
Yep.
I remember trees.
Trees?
Yeah, that's, yeah, there was nothing there.
Nothing there, trees, exactly.
That kind of
It was
tree.
farms.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
This was a test, right?
Yeah.
All right,
Do we have to do anything?
do what again?
Do we have to do anything?
I have to ask the public
Oh.
if anybody's for or against.
Well, there you go.
Anybody for or against this project? No. All right.
Thank you.
Hearing none, any other commentary, any follow-up or on the negative comments that we
No.
heard just now?
Thank,
All
no, I
right.
thank them for their time.
I recommend we close this public hearing. I hear
Yes.
So moved.
second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Have another resolution?
I don't have another resolution, do you? Who says that? Oh, wait a minute, PDD, well, I'll read yours. Okay, Southbury Zoning Commission, Town of Southbury, Connecticut, Resolution Text Amendment and Modification of Detailed Plans, Amendment Number 30, Southbury Plaza, PDD Number 18.
We do.
October 9, 2024, whereas on September 11, 2024, the zoning commission received an application to amend the PDD text and modify the detailed plans for PDD number 18, otherwise known as Southbury Plaza, application dated received by the Land Use Department on 9/5/24. Whereas the proposed text amendment changes the sign requirements for anchor tenants who were previously required to be greater than 10,000 square feet in area are now only to be a minimum of 8,000 square feet. Whereas the proposed text amendment would also increase the maximum number of allowable sign panels for the freestanding sign along Main Street North from 8 to 10. Sign panels will still be required to be no greater than 33.75 square feet each. Whereas the proposed modification of detailed plans would allow for the installation of up to 4 anchor tenants, signs to be placed on the western facade of Section 1 of Building 3, anchor tenant signs will still be required to adhere to Section 8, parentheses B, subsection I through IV. Whereas the zoning commission received this application at their regularly scheduled meeting on 9/11/2024. Following a review by the commission and town staff, this application was determined to be minor and does not substantially alter the approved detailed plans and is in alignment with the proposed and the intent of PDD number 18. Now therefore, it be resolved that the application for a text amendment and modification to detailed plans for PDD number 18 is approved, subject to the following administrative requirements. Number 1, 4 copies of approved PDD regulation text to be signed by the chairman of the zoning commission. Adopted at a regular meeting by zoning commission held on October 9, 2024. Effective date, November 1, 2024. Chairman Jerry Giroux.
Okay? You're okay with that?
Mhm.
Do I hear a motion to approve the amendment?
I move that we accept the amendment.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate your time.
Good luck.
It'll be nice to see that space filled. Yeah. I know.
All right, other business, any correspondence? No correspondence? Zoning enforcement officers report?
I'm busy, and there's nothing to report.
Okay.
What did you say? I wasn't listening. You say you were busy?
He's busy.
I'm quite busy. Anyone needs me, call me.
Leave a message.
Don't leave a message. I'm taking something voicemails right now.
So you mean to tell me everyone's behaving themselves in Southbury right now? Oh.
He's busy.
Okay, I just wanted clarification on that, you know, because.
Minutes from September? Any,
I wasn't at the
Corrections?
meeting, so I can't correct. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't here either, you and I.
They're perfect.
they're
They're
perfect?
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Anyway, perfect? All right, hear a motion to approve it?
I move that we approve those September,
Yeah.
You okay, Rod? All right,
I move that we accept the minutes
Accept it.
from September.
do I hear a second?
Oh, I'll do, yeah, second, yes, I will
Okay,
second, yes.
all those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Any bills or receipts? No, we don't have any, we don't spend money here.
You had a budget last month?
Oh,
You gave me
did we?
this schedule for next year? It's not filled in. Second Wednesday of the month, for every one of them, right?
I'm keeping, I guess, August is the 9th.
So you want me to sign it?
Everyone's good with that schedule. 7:30.
That's fine.
What's today's date?
The 10th. Oh, 9th, you're right. I already changed my calendar at home. That's why it says 10.
Okay. We're done,
That's it.
I think, unless you want to stick around longer.
No, that's okay.
Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you.
I'm gonna take this, do you wanna look at this?
No,
I'm gonna-
I'm impressed that, 700 panels, this is quite a bit of juice.
It certainly is.
Yeah.